Welcome to today's thrilling story, starring Cortez and his dapper suit adventure. The FBI quickly starts tailing these guys in jerseys, but they totally fell for the old switcheroo while Agent Lou was casually searching the alleys with his buddy when surprise a car of his colleague is not flying. Just as Lou is about to tell Benny, he sees Cortez, dressed like Seven, urgently tossing his walkie-talkie away. Then Cortez, unrelenting, dispatches the colleague. When Benny arrives, only the innocent body remains, with Lou and Cortez having vanished. For 30 years, it's the first time Benniscom gave way to fury. He instantly orders his men to block all airport entrances, determined to recapture Cortez. But 7 hours before all this went down, Sheriff Owen was just enjoying his breakfast in a little town on the Mexican border when he noticed 2 mysterious faces. After a quick investigation, he found out these 2 were truck drivers heading to Orleans with auto parts sounded legit enough. But Owen's gut feeling said these guys weren't exactly Boy Scouts, so he decided to tell them and jot down their license plate. Before long, the truck rolls into a border farm where quite a few people are already gathered. Ken told the farmer he intended to turn the land into a tourist attraction at an appealing price, but the farmer refused instantly. Ken tried to plead with him, but the farmer whipped out a shotgun, and Ken was like, "Fine, if you don't want money, then I'll give you a blast of dynamite instead." The old man met his end on his farm, and the scene was shocking and bewildering. Meanwhile, Jerry followed Owen's orders to investigate the driver, finding the truck registered in Nevada, driven by Mark Ken, with no criminal record. This news seemed to let Owen breathe a sigh of relief, but with very few leads. Ken's vehicle had been duped right under his. Soon enough, at 4 a.m., Owen, who was trying to catch some ZS, received a call from the breakfast diner owner. It turns out he and Farmer Parsons had a deal, so he asked Owen to send someone to check it out. Every morning at this time, Parsons would deliver fresh milk to the diner, but today, crickets. The owner feared an accident, hoping Owen would send someone. Jerry and Molly quickly arrived at the farm. They shouted Parsons' name as they pushed the door open and were met with the shocking sight of Parsons' lifeless body. Meanwhile, back at the FBI HQ, they were busy analyzing the case and noticed that Cortez had switched cars at I've just bought a new car. What do you do with old ones, like my 2-year-old Volkswagen Jetta? I could still sell it for $98,000 at Gwazi used cars, and thanks to the platform, buyers were bidding left and right. Sold in, so go ahead and schedule a valuation with Gwazi. This time, Cortez grabbed a Chevrolet Z2 King sports car, specially modified with nearly 1,000 horsepower. At full speed, he could easily outrun any pursuer. Then he realized things were getting sticky and quickly relayed the situation to the patrol helicopters. Meanwhile, just outside Vegas, the highway patrol was checking every passing vehicle when suddenly the roar of an engine caught. As he moved closer, he found it was Cortez driving that Chevy sports car. They hadn't gotten the memo yet. He was completely clueless. Cortez hit the gas and shot out of the checkpoint, and agents immediately reported back to headquarters. The nearby cops jumped in their cars for the chase, but due to performance differences, they were totally left in the dust. News of Cortez busting through the checkpoint reached Benny fast, and they suspected he was planning to hit Highway 95 southbound straight to Mexico. His team wondered why he wasn't making a helicopter escape, but Benny added that Cortez was the 3rd-generation racer in his family. Since childhood, he's raced. His dad custom-built a car, winning many titles. This meant Cortez thought no one could stop him on the road, hence his choice to drive away. Meanwhile, Agent Lucy was also in the car with Cortez. With the police closing in, he could use Lucy as a hostage to slip away. Soon, Benny's phone rang. He glanced at the display and ordered all in the command center to be quiet. Subtitles, surprisingly. The call turned out to be Cortez himself, who threatened Benny to have all the blockaders withdraw, or else he would gradually cut Lucy into pieces and mail them to FBI headquarters. Benny knew this guy was willing to do anything, so he told Lucy to take the call. I'm just a car enthusiast. Cortez openly taunted Benny, leaving him flabbergasted. Before long, the patrol helicopter spotted the Chevy sports car and homed in with their searchlight. At the road's end, Benny had already set up a checkpoint, ready for Cortez to walk right into it. Little did they know, Cortez was already aware of everything. He immediately grabbed his phone and made a call, and 2 SUVs suddenly rumbled in from the wilderness. Soon, under the watchful eyes of the police officers, 2 SUVs suddenly turned on their lights, and before anyone could even react, several heavily armed gunmen burst out from inside. They opened fire at the stunned agents, who were immediately knocked down, caught completely off guard. Just then, a heavy truck sped in, sparks flying, crashing straight into the police car. Cortez arrived just in time, weaving effortlessly through the police barriers like a pro. Lucy inside the car was completely blown away, and the chopper crew quickly relayed the situation up the chain. Benny was furious upon hearing the news, not expecting such an outcome. Owen drove to Parsons' home, which resembled a robbery scene. He instructed Jerry and Molly to check out the tire tracks, while he began examining the body at the scene. There were no scorch marks on the window, and the bullet had cleanly passed through, making it clear this wasn't a close-range shot. Meanwhile, Jerry and Molly noticed the getaway direction led towards the nearby Mexican border canyon, while Benny stepped outside, perplexed. He found a booth on the tractor, hinting at a hidden secret. If you like my video, subscribe.